Good morning. Happy Tuesday, November 26th. Taking a look at NQ here. So, yesterday, fairly uneventful, less than a 1 ATR move. Price gaps up. We're looking for some continuation of that gap and whether or not sellers are going to be stepping in. Price sweeps that overnight high. Actually, tests the. If we zoom out, get a visual on this really quick. There we go. Test that prior range high up into this area, 21,081. Essentially that prior near-term range low, just shy of that 21,100 level we were looking at. So sweeps that overnight high, tests that structure, sellers step in pretty aggressively, and then you start to see that overnight gap fill. Overnight gap fills, price dips back down into the 20,785 level during that overnight session. And this morning, what we're looking at is an open back within that prior day's range. So what I'm going to be looking at for this morning, expecting a little bit of a slower session, but what I'll be looking at here is that reaction versus the 20,900 level. That's a higher time frame level of interest. We also have the prior day volume point of control right through there, as well as last week's high. So some good confluence in that area. The other thing to keep in mind is that prior day structure. So we know if you were in yesterday's stream, we were talking about the 960 was significant from the prior day. We also kind of have this afternoon base kind of right through here. That loosely aligns with the 900 level. Take a look at this kind of 3-day structure here, 3-4 day structure with 900 right through here. Right, so buyers still looking to defend that 900 area as support now. Got about 2 minutes till the open. It is a holiday week. You want to keep an eye on volume. Keep an eye on that volume. Looks like the volume's low. I see in the chat. Let me try and adjust it. See what we could do here. Is that better? Is that any better? All right, here comes the open. 10 seconds till the open. NQ kind of in no man's land for me here personally. And there's the open. See what we're working with this morning. Take a look at that prior day structure. So NQ that 960 we just talked about from yesterday. Very slight gap higher this morning, but still within that prior day's range. Session volume point of control currently 940. NQ coming into the highs here. Some fresh session highs being made. And just shy of that overnight high now. Overnight high currently 979.5. There's that overnight high being tested. See if buyers can show acceptance. Next upside level of interest is that 21K. Just a sweep of the overnight high so far. There's your new high. Sellers trying to step in there again, just shy of that 21K. Tricky spot here. Overnight high. Buyers trying to show acceptance, but that overhead 21K level of interest. There's your new high. Just shy of that 21K level now. It is NQ. Here's that 5-minute regular trade hours chart. Pretty strong open so far. There's your opening 5-minute bar, completely closed. NQ just a few points shy of the 21K now. NQ back into that overnight high. Seller stepping in a bit here. Rejection of that 21K. We do actually have some economic data at 10 a.m. today. So that's something to keep in mind as well. The NQ just kind of churning here between overnight high and the 21K area. Buyers are looking for a push up and through 21K, and you can see a retest into that prior day high. There's your new high of day on NQ. See if price can resolve from this kind of churn zone here. Looks like you have some sellers stepping in on S&P, on ES. Session lows there on ES. Russell coming into session lows as well. NQ rejecting that 21K. Getting back into that little bit of no man's land. You do have some prior day structure in this area. We take a look at the 5-minute. Remember, we were talking about that 960 from yesterday. So staying patient. I want to see that intraday structure build out. We have that 10 a.m. data print as well. Yeah, 900 would be nice. We'll see if price gets back down there. As of right now, just kind of tough spot here. Got, again, prior day structure and then that 21K overhead. Preference would be to see some action above 21K. If you're grabbing longs versus prior day structure, you got to be prepared to scalp that move. That would not be my preference, at least so far. So it's either a break at 21K or a washout of the lows, fill the gap, show us 900, and then a potential bounce from there. See if buyers continue to show up versus that prior day structure point. 5-minute shows a little bit of indecision. Opening 15-minute bar looks pretty good. NQ just shy of the highs again here. There's your 21K. And there's your new high of day. So let's see if we get any acceptance. Again, above 21K, buyers are looking for prior day high. So I love those prior day structure points when price is trading within the prior day's range. Can get a lot of info about price just from those prior day pivots. Volume's already a bit low, still above minimum threshold, but just a couple minutes ago you have a pretty low print there. Look at this volume. Tapering down, tapering down. About 10 minutes till 10 a.m. Data at 10 a.m. as well. There's NQ, new high of day. Up and through 21K. Next upside reference point into prior day high. Just shy of that 21,100. See if there's any retest of that 21K area. In a runner from 978. Nice. Was that on the retest prior day structure, Martin? Solid. I'm currently cash. Nice. Yeah, that prior day structure play looked good. Look good. Look good. We got data in 7 minutes. See how this 21K is going to be treated here. NQ coming into 21K. Let's take a look at prior day fib. Yeah, you got the 78% right there. We had no interest at 21K, back into that overnight high. Keep an eye on this next 15-minute bar. Five-minute potential bearish engulfing. Session low is about 940 or so, give or take a couple points. May see volume point of control shift. Price stays in this area. There's your volume point of control shift, 975 or so. 15-minute currently shaped like a shooting star, still has 3 minutes. NQ coming back into that prior bounce point. That's that prior day structure. And data in 3 minutes. Don't be a hero protocol. Yeah, location's tricky here. Don't love the current location. Let's see if data brings a little more volume. Patience, patience, patience. Just let that obvious play materialize. No need to force anything, especially on a holiday week. Data in 1 minute, a little less than 1 minute. S&P looking like pure chop. Russell near the lows. There's 10 a.m. There's data. There's your new low of day on NQ. See this intraday range. What are we talking about? 95 points. 95 yoints. Pretty much still here, right? So far, action is not all that compelling. Not a ton that I want to do here personally. Don't know about you guys. Not compelling from either side, yeah. Yeah, I would agree. I don't really want to fight it right now, so. Cash is going to be infinitely better than a loss on any day. So I like to see how this intraday structure continues to build out. NQ pretty much, for the most part, just trading within that opening 5-minute bar. Still have the overnight high overhead. You have the 21K level of interest overhead. Down below, you have that prior day structure point highlighted in blue there on the chart. VWAP, prior day volume point of control. Got a churn in here. Churn, churn, churn. Take a look at that 5-minute. With the regular trading hours charts. So far, that sweep of the low was pretty quickly absorbed. Not really a clean opportunity there that I can see personally. As always, the goal is just to find that easiest play. Don't need to force anything. It's looking for our edge. If it's there, we execute. If not, we just stay cash. Pretty simple. ES still chopping around. You've got Russell into session lows. For the RTY enjoyers. Yeah, this might be an early one here. Might be an early one. Typical holiday action so far. Remember, market is closed Thursday, half day Friday. Friday should definitely be a no trade day. So far, this action to me says no trade day. If you took a scalp here or there, I don't blame you. One or two attempts maybe in that first 30 minutes, but the rest of this action is terrible. We'll give it at least another 20 minutes here just to see. But take a look at volume. Already starting to see some prints right into that minimum threshold. Just 40 minutes into the sesh. Trader long weekend, yep. Yep. Yes, sir. Saving mental capital. Have a great day. All right, Rich. Take care, man. Have a good Thanksgiving. Got S&P coming into the lows here, coming into that VWAP area. See if NQ gives us a move. Still pretty much churning right here. Prior day structure point. Still within that opening 5-minute bar. Price action says do less. Do less. How we doing? Anyone trading in this? Hope no one's getting chopped up. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate it. Still cash? Nice. That's the right move right now, if you ask me. Chilling, good stuff. See how the lows are treated if NQ can get there. No man's land, yep. Weekly volume point of control did step higher up into 940. It was 900 this morning. NQ still trying to, buyers still trying to hold that prior day structure point. 950, 960 area. It's that blue zone here on the chart. There's that session volume point of control, 975. ES bouncing versus VWAP. No new low of day made over there in ES. NQ testing the overnight high there. Some sellers step in. All right, we'll give it 15 more minutes before a hard cutoff. See if we get anything to work with here in the next 15. Got back-to-back dojis on the 15-minute chart, so expectations remain quite low. Taking a look at volume, still holding that minimum threshold. NQ coming into the lows. See how those lows are going to be treated. Got VWAP right there, 925. Just shy of the lows now. NASDAQ. There's your new low of day. NQ. Sellers looking for follow through down into 900. Buyers want to see this VWAP area hold. Yeah, we're still in holiday mode, Ray. Don't let them suck you in. NQ, new low of day. See, I'll be interested in 900 if we get there. So that overnight gap, very small gap, but it fills down into 900, where we have that higher time frame level of interest. As of right now, NQ into VWAP, and you have that prior day volume point of control right in this area as well, 909. Nice work, D-Wall. Small green and walking away. Nice work. Nice work. Have a good day. NQ, a little bit of a bounce there versus VWAP. Coming into the 950s, 960s. Man, some sellers stepping in there versus those 950s. That was that prior day structure point. Bumping into those 950s again. That is NQ. So far as held VWAP. May see the session volume point of control shift yet again. Price continues to trade in this area. You've got this high volume node building out here. Give it probably 5-6 more minutes. Want to see if we get that test down into 900. That would be an area I'd be interested in looking for a setup. Otherwise, likely going to call it a day there. Call it a morning. I got some Thanksgiving travel later today. So I got to make my way to the airport. It's going to be brutal. NQ back into VWAP. VWAPy. Yeah, I headed back to SD. Just through the weekend. See the fam. NQ coming to the lows here. Session lows. Just sitting on VWAP here. See what S&P is doing. Is that a fresh low in S&P? ES pretty similar. Sitting on VWAP there. You've got Russell still pounding the lows. Russell coming into that overnight low. Good prior day low rejection there in Russell earlier this morning, shortly after the bell. NQ defending VWAP. No flush into the 900 just yet. Back into those 950s. Buyers looking for a little mini change in character here. You could call it that. Right there into 950 again. There's your volume point of control shifting. Now into 945. and up into 960s. NQ. Good spot to be trimming. If you have any longs from VWAP, I was looking for that 900 trade. Did not materialize. So that's the hard cutoff for me. 1 hour into the sesh. It's that typical holiday action. Thank you guys for jumping into the stream. If you are joining us from YouTube, we are launching our Black Friday sale this Friday. That'll be live through Monday. So if you've had any interest in checking out the Traders Think Tank or any of our mentorship or education offerings, check that out. Everything's going to be marked down. Only sale of the year. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Monday. Got some travel coming up. Will not be live streaming tomorrow. Thursday's obviously the holiday, then Friday's the half day. I'll still be posting the notes in the Traders Think Tank, but definitely I do not trade while I'm mobile, so won't be trading. And we'll be back to it on Monday. Back to it. Back to it. See if we start to get that Santa Claus rally. So thanks for jumping in, folks. Slower session. Definitely a slower one. We still got a couple scalps off. Tried out along near the open there. Tried out that VWAP trade. No follow through. Not a day to be letting anything breathe, if you ask me. So kept it tight. We will call it there. All right, guys. Thanks for your time. I will see you all on Monday. Take care. If you're in the U.S., have a happy Thanksgiving.